This strange non-campaign campaign, well, I tell you what, it just gets weirder and weirder. I mean, think about it. It's almost like the Prime Minister has discovered a brand new frontier in the field of small target politics. I mean, instead of running to the election on a strategy of keeping his head down and not offering the opposition anything to shoot at, well, he's simply running a campaign that technically doesn't exist yet. And yet, campaigning he is. Now, just this morning, Sunday morning, mind you, the Prime Minister's press office sent out an alert at the early hour of 6:38 a.m., announcing that the PM himself would be holding a press conference in the CBD at 7:45 a.m. this morning. A little over an hour's notice for the presser at an hour normally when the PM would be contemplating taking Toto out for a croissant. Now, of course, at that hour on a Sunday, what could be so important? I mean, you'd expect there was something really big happening, right? Like a huge announcement, national emergency. Hey, don't be alarmed by the PLA troops coming up the beaches. All those new people won't put any upward pressure on housing prices. Don't worry about it. That sort of thing. No. Instead, Albanese got the press pack out early for this. $150. $150 off the top of our power bills. $75 one quarter, another $75 the next. Here's a bit of what the PM had to say this morning.
We wanted to make sure that this energy bill relief was extended through this calendar year to the end of 2025.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Albanese. We're just going to love that $75 a quarter. You got my vote. Seriously, the PM went on, and I suggest that this line here is going to be studied for generations when they asked the question, how did Australia go from being one of the most prosperous nations on the planet to turn into an English-speaking version of pre-Malay Argentina?
What we've seen is that in 2024, power prices fell 25.2%. They would have fallen just 1.6% without rebates. So this is energy bill relief, cost of living support that will also have an effect of putting downward pressure on inflation.
Is he serious? Really? Look, I mean, we have been through this before. The government has not brought down power prices. It's an illusion. In fact, it's just the opposite. They have deliberately made power more expensive in pursuit of net zero, goals that other nations around the world are all seeing off as unrealistic. In the meantime, while they've pushed our power bills up, they have allowed a bracket creep to take ever more of our income via tax. And now, just before the election, they're handing back a few crumbs and telling us it's gravy. Again, $150. Well, I mean, again, as a dollar figure, that's a pretty small target. But what's really wild here is that in terms of as a policy, it's a huge target. Yet the opposition has said they're going to back this little bribe, sweetener, in. Here's Coalition Finance spokeswoman Jane Hume on Sky earlier today.
A Dutton coalition government will not stand in the way of that energy relief. We will not stand in the way of that energy relief. But the aim of the game has got to be to sustainably bring down energy prices.
Meanwhile, over on Insiders, Shadow Treasurer Angus Taylor was saying the same thing to David Spears.
We're not going to get in the way of it, and the starting point here, though, is very clear, which is Labor's failed on delivering its promise of a $275 power price reduction. We're not going to stand in the way of Labor cleaning up their own mess. This is putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. The solution here is to get a structural outcome, which is a reduction in underlying electricity prices, which has not been achieved, of course. It's gone the other way.
Well, of course, it was Angus Taylor who immediately matched Labor's $8.5 billion Medicaid commitment a few weeks ago and said, hey, you know what, they'd chuck in another $500 million of your money just to top it up. for good measure. Now, frankly, I'd say the coalition's new social media campaign should be #MeToo, but you know what? I think that one's already been taken.